Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the studio newsroom at RTD News headquarters. Here are our headlines of today. The meeting of the technical committee of the integrated receptions was held this morning. On continental news, 11 million Europeans have been contaminated by COVID-19, the second wave of the virus. A meeting of the technical committee of the Zero Salon program was held at the People's Palace this morning. The meeting, which is honor of the PZ program, the meeting was attended by the Minister of Housing, Mrs. Amina Abdi Adam, the Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Mrs. Mona Osman Aden, as well as the Minister of Urban Planning and Environment and Tourism, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa Hilim, but also the Mayor of Djibouti, Mrs. Faduma Awale Usman, the Prefect of Djibouti, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa, and many other senior officials of different departments involving in the implementation of the program. The Minister of the Environment stressed the importance of the meeting. For more details, let's follow.
As the director said, all subsequent and maintenance of the urban road network is the responsibility of the Ministry of Transport. The support must also come from the state to be passed to a tax or to make a tax. The road tax, as is done in other countries. It has to be paid by individuals and people who have to pay something.
The Minister of Social Affairs thanks all the participants and encouraged to move forward to this program.
I would like to congratulate the teams who really work in the field and who endure all the difficulties. I think that we are working for a common population. I just really wanted to be my word to encourage and really tell them to move forward because the road is long. If we really want to restore or improve the image of our capital, because it has to look like a capital, and this population really needs everyone. That's everybody's spirit. So really, bravo. It is a program that will require a lot of effort, that will require a lot of funding, but above all, it will require the commitment of everyone to make it happen.
The Minister of Equipment and Transport, Mr. Musa Mohammed Ahmed, received yesterday in his office the new permanent representative of the World Food Program, Mrs. Mary. The meeting was also attended by the Director of Operations of WFP, Mr. Ayman Sulaiman, and the Secretary General of the Ministry of Equipment and Transport, Mr. Noor Hassan. Discussions focus on the consultations of the partnership between the WFP and the Minister of Equipment and Transport. Djibouti having a peace and stability to the geostrategic positions allow the WFP to supply food aid to countries in the sub-region from national ports. The president of the president of the APFZ, Mr. Abdul Qadir Umar Hadi, participated today the third edition of China International Import-Export. The event saw the virtual participation of more than 146 countries, include our country. A workshop to present the result of disability prevalence survey was held this morning at the People Palace. The director of the ANPH, Duali Saeed Mahmoud, the mayor of city, Mrs. Fatuma Awale, the representative of the UNDP, Fatuma Al Sheikh, as well as the president of the network of disability, people, Mr. Idris Momin, and multilateral director of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Gili Idris, as well as representative of concerned minister participate in the workshop. The survey will facilitate the provisions of the solid base of Basel and nationally and international comparable data, and will help to improve the socio-economic situation of people with disabilities. The village of Mulud will be equipped with a new basic infrastructure, a central market with a surfaces of 270 meters square, which will be entirely taken care by the Turkish Agency of Development TICA. The project of the central market, as Hassan of Mulud, initiated by the Development Committee of Mulud, has officially materialized by the signing of a partnership agreement sponsored by the prefect of Dakhil, Mr. Adin Darar Mousse, and the president of the regional council, Mr. Abdurrahman Yunis Are, the president of the development committee of Mulud, Mr. Mahmoud Roble Dabbar. Warmly thanks the authorities of different departments. And now let's move to the continental news. The COVID-19 pandemic is getting out of control. There are now more than 11 million cases of a new coronavirus in Europe.
COVID-19 pandemic is getting out of control. There are now more than 11 million cases of a new coronavirus in Europe. Europeans who are counted as having been infected with COVID-19. This is a grim turn of events that is leading to new measures in most of the 27 European Union member states. In France, the reconfinement applied since last Friday has not yet had any effect. Nearly 3,900 patients are now hospitalized in intensive care or intensive care units, while the number of deaths continues to rise with 854 deaths in the last 24 hours. It should be said that it generally takes 2 weeks for the containment measures to have an impact.
That's the RTD Evening News for this Wednesday. Thank you for watching us. Have a great evening. Goodbye.